Good day, everyone. How are we all doing? I hope we are doing amazing. So, I welcome you to URP 322 Principles of Valuation. So, I understand the fact that you are meant to come to Estate Management Department to audit this course. So, as a way of introduction, I would like to introduce myself. So, my name is ESV Adebimpe Abiola. I am going to be the lecturer in charge for this course. So I said in our group chats, and I know that we all understood everything that was written there. Although I got like quite a number of responses to that effect. So I presume we are all ready to journey with me on this course. And by God's grace, I promise us a smooth destination. And there is nothing to fear about. It's going to be practical in a way so that it will give you a good background of what we are doing in class. So it won't just be theory all through. There will be a part where we are going to be considering the practicability of everything taught in class. The practicability of everything taught in class. So I welcome us all. And I enjoy us to always be attentive and be expectant and always be ahead of the lecturer. Prepare and anywhere you have challenge, anywhere you have difficulties, anywhere you have questions bothering you, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You all have my contacts and my email addresses. I have to. So it has been given to the class rep. You can also reach out to me via email. So this is going to be a short lecture because this is our first time of meeting. So I would like to. It's going to be short. It's not going to be long. So I would like to just give us an overview of what is expected of us in this course, or what we should be expecting generally in this course. What you should be expecting generally in this course. So I would like us to have a general overview, which is the course outline for this course, So the first thing we'll be considering, we'll be going, because I want to believe we do not have background of what valuation is. So briefly, we'll be going into the introduction. We'll be discussing about the introduction of valuation generally. Then number two, we'll also be looking at functions of a valuer, because the person that is saddled with the responsibility of carrying out evaluation exercise is called a valuer. So we'll be examining their functions. We'll be examining their functions, and also we'll also be going into and examining the definition of value. We know we have different definitions of value, and we'll be considering that also in this course. Then the fourth thing we'll be looking at the types of landed property. To be dealt with extensively during the course of this principles of valuation. Then the fifth thing we'll be considering is the principles and methods of valuation. So here we'll be considering various methods of valuation. So now we can now start bringing in our knowledge of mathematics, our knowledge of formula applications. So it's not something you should fear, but I only want to prepare our mind and then be expectant that in a way in this course there'll be a well, evaluation generally has to, a part of it has to do with science, which is the mathematical part of it. The mathematical part of it. So we'll be solving some problem using some models. We'll be solving some problems using some formulas. So just get prepared for that. So it's nothing to be scared about. It's not that difficult. And so we'll also be considering the demand and supply of an investment market, demand and supply of an investment market. So we'll be looking through the investment market holistically, which has to do, when you're talking about markets, the forces in the market are what? Are demand and supply. So we'll be considering that also. Then second to the last thing we'll be considering in this course is the property market. The property market. And when we are talking about valuation, the valuation we are carrying out is basically on the property itself, on the property. So if we are considering the property, how is the property market? How is it? So we'll be looking at that also generally, just to give you an overview of how property market is, the operations in the property market, the stakeholders, and every other thing you need to know. Then the last thing we'll be doing is case studies. So after, I said it earlier that in the principles and method of valuation, that we are going to be looking at, we are going to be applying some model, we are going to be applying some formulas, basically calculations will come in. So in this aspect, we are going to be, under the case study, we are going to be doing the practicability, because in a way, I really do not want it to look abstract. So we'll find a suitable probably properties. We can just pick 1, 2, 3 around Ibadan, suggested by you. We can visit it, carry out evaluation, tell you how to do the evaluation, and then at the end of the day, I'll be teaching you how to carry it out, aside what we've learned in class. I don't want it to look abstract. I want it to look real. You can even make use of University of Ibadan. Like you can pick some buildings, some properties there. So in order for us to guide us of how this methods of valuation is being applied, how do we apply it? How do we carry it out? How do we carry it out? I really do not want it to look abstract. So that is why we have case study here. Then another thing that I want to tell you is, okay, after the course outline has been given out, and that is our expectation for the course generally, we also need to have in mind the assessment model, so that it won't be like, okay, you are not guided on what you are doing. As a way of teaching and as a way of learning, I always put this forward just for students to be guided of, oh, how am I running my program? How is my program meant to be carried out? So when you have this at the back of your mind, it will keep you on track. It will keep you on your toes to know, okay, I'm preparing for success. So if you want to prepare for success, you have to have a model to work with. You have to have a blueprint to work with. So in this course, the first thing we'll be doing is we'll be having our first continuous assessment of 20 marks at the end of the third topic. We'll be having our first continuous assessment of 20 marks at the end of the third topic. So after that, we'll also have the second continuous assessment of 20 marks at the end of sixth topic. We'll also be having our second continuous assessment of 20 marks at the end of sixth topic. Please, let's bear this in mind, and then let's take notes so that we'll prepare alongside. Then we'll also be having an assignment of 10 marks at the end of second, fourth, and fifth and sixth topic. We'll be having an assignment of 10 marks at the end of second, fourth, and sixth topic. Then the last thing we'll be doing for this semester, we'll be having a semester term paper of 40 marks, which is expected of us to submit on the day of examination. On the day of examination. So we'll be submitting both the hard copy and then the soft copy. And the mail to be, a mail will be provided. I've already given out my mail. So the soft copy should be submitted to my mail. So when we resume physical class, I will be giving us topics. Individual person will be having a 10 paper topic to work with, which will be submitted. So that is also part of our assessment. So for question and answer, I don't know if anyone has any question brought in our mind, or we are not clear with anything. I would like us to drop that in the comment section. I'm going to go through them and address them appropriately. Don't be free to ask any question. Don't be shy to ask any question. That is why I'm here. Anything bothering you, just drop it in the comment section. Even before we resume the physical class, I will respond accordingly. So thanks for listening, and I want to appreciate you for your time. And then so we'll resume physical class. That should be next week by God's grace. So enjoy the rest of your day and have a fabulous week ahead. Thank you.